mouth, but my head in the clouds, yeah. I can feel it rising, bound to the earth, but we could ascend, yeah. I'm realizing I feel both free, lift off the ground. I can levitate with every thought that plays. I close my eyes and levitate. It's alright in your eyes.
Find your chill, come on one. Cove-TV is a vibe. Motivation, fun and games. Join us in our happy place. Cove-TV where we play. Best time every single day. Cannabis high and free. Tune in for serenity. Feel the beat, feel the joy. Watch and learn no decoy. Straight to you, nothing fake. Join the crew for goodness sake. Cove-TV where we play. Best time every single day.
Good friggin' Friday morning, everybody. Good morning, Cornbread.
Good morning, Beanz.
How
Good
are
morning,
you this
everybody.
morning?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a good morning so far. Get some sunrise action going. Cheers, everybody. Good morning, Jeremy. How are you, man? I hope you were having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Boxman. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, Amber. I hope you were having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Ma. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, Kimmy. Hope you were having a wonderful start to your day.
Good morning, Kay. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Hey, good afternoon, Brian. I hope you've had a dope Friday so far.
Good morning, Vicki. I hope you're off to a good morning.
Good morning, Luann. I hope you were having a wonderful Friday morning. I hope everybody's off to a dope start to their Friday and is ready to wake and bake.
I just sent you pictures of the sunrise that I got this morning.
Oh, dang.
It's pretty.
Cheers, cheers. Let's wake and bake, y'all.
Cheers.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Mama Beans.
Hope you are having a wonderful morning. What does everybody know for their Friday? Does anybody have any big plans? Let's work around here. It looks like it's going to be 69 out today. Let's go.
Nothing too crazy.
What's your weather like? Hey, good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Brittany and Jennifer.
You're having a wonderful morning.
It's 28 degrees out and it's snowing, so
Boo.
it's gonna snow all weekend.
Damn. Yeah, no, we're talking in the 50s for the foreseeable future. 69 today, 80 tomorrow. What else do we got? We are 8 minutes from 4:20, which means we have time for another song.
Let's go.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Let's freaking go. What is everybody smoking on this morning?
Chunky cherry.
Nice. Smoking on a salad of some miscellaneous, some Blue Dream and cereal milk and amaretto mints in there a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's been a pretty chilling morning. I guess nothing too crazy going on. Don't miss out on the basement brawl tonight, but just gonna kind of work around here and hang out. And Morgan's just chilling. What up? Oh, not you. There it is. How about that? 2 minutes out, everybody. Ooh, marshmallow OG. That sounds good. That's your face off. Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping to re-up today or tomorrow. And, yeah. Yes, absolutely. All the up stuff. Ooh. No coffee for me this morning. I'm taking a break from coffee this morning. I'll be drinking coffee tomorrow morning, though. But just drinking some juice this morning. We'll smoke for 420 and see what Vicki Bowers knows. Yeah, no, nothing too crazy. We're hanging out in Nashville this morning. Happy 420, everybody. Cheers, cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
Let's freaking go.
Let's go.
We do have Vicki Bowers play a quick song and see what she knows. I think I already played this. Yes. Hey, good morning, Roy.
Good morning, Roy.
Hope you're having a wonderful morning, man. All right, we'll play this one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Hey, good morning, Ellen.
Good morning, Ellen.
Hope you're having a wonderful Friday morning. I like that. That was great. We got some Vicki Bowers coming up. You ready, Cornbread?
Ready?
All right, Vicki, what do you got for us today?
Welcome back. Today we have a word. We'll talk about the Dutch East India Company, a much-loved luminary, an entitled opportunist, a song and a quote. So grab your favorite cuppa, sit back, and let's see how it unfolds. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for March 20th. March 20th is the 79th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 80th in leap years, with 286 days remaining to the end of the year. Typically, the March equinox falls on this date, marking the vernal point in the northern hemisphere and the autumnal point in the southern hemisphere. This means it's spring in the northern hemisphere and fall in the southern hemisphere. March 20th is the International Day of Happiness. This was established by the United Nations General Assembly back in 2012 and is celebrated on March 20th of each year, with the rationale that pursuit of happiness is a fundamental human goal. Recommendations include making continuous progress in the small things that make your life better and to share happiness with friends and family. Take a few minutes each day to appreciate what you have to be thankful for. Even the smallest things count. Make it a daily habit. A good step in that direction is to practice a little gratitude every day. Make a gratitude list if you need to. I'll tell you, it was a happy day for me when I realized that I really am reasonably happy most of the time. Aim for reasonably happy most of the time. It's a pretty good space to inhabit. International Day of Happiness. Today's word is malapropism. Malapropism is a noun that means a word or a phrase that sounds somewhat like the one intended, but is ludicrously incorrect in the context, such as, I resemble that remark, he's a wolf in cheap clothing, or thank you for thunderstanding. Malapropism is an eponym after the fictional character Mrs. Malaprop, from R.B. Sheridan's 1775 comedic play, The Rivals. Malapropism as a word made its way into the lexicon with the first known use in the 1820s. Malapropism. And with that, the Dutch East India Company was established on March 20th, 1602. This was a mega-corporation founded by a government-directed consolidation of several rival Dutch trading companies established to trade mainly with India. Best I can tell, they traded mostly in textiles, silk, spice, coffee, sugar cane, and wine. And it looks like they also offered shipping services. The Dutch East India Company had a Dutch name that I can't even begin to try to pronounce, but their initials were VOC. VOC issued bonds and shares of stock to the general public and became the world's first publicly listed company. Many modern-day companies have followed the business model of the VOC. This is the birthday of English singer and entertainer Vera Lynn, born March 20th, 1917 in Essex, England. She gave outdoor concerts for troops during World War II as part of the Entertainment's National Service Association. Of course, the troops loved that, such that she was given the nickname or honorific of the force's sweetheart. She remained popular after the war and stayed active in the business. By the time she passed in 2020 at the age of 103, she'd been in the music business over 90 years. Vera Lynn. Ferdinand and Imelda Marcos made themselves billionaires on the backs of their country people, living lavishly during a time of economic crisis and civil unrest in the Philippines. On March 20th, 1990, Imelda Marcos went on trial for bribery, embezzlement, and racketeering. Today's song is We'll Meet Again by Vera Lynn. Written by Ross Parker and Huey Charles, We'll Meet Again is one of the most famous songs of the World War II era. In the original recording of this song, Ms. Lynn is accompanied by Arthur Young on an early electronic keyboard called a Hammond Novachord, the first polyphonic synthesizer. We'll Meet Again is and has been used and referenced in other media and enjoys significant cultural impact. If you're a fan of Pink Floyd, for instance, in their album and subsequent movie, The Wall, their song Vera refers to Vera Lynn and this song. The Kinks mention it too in their song Mr. Churchill Says on their album Arthur. We'll Meet Again by Vera Lynn. Link in the description. I'd heard of Vera Lynn before but hadn't known much about her. If you go to that song link and listen to the song, check out the comments section. I found the comments to be very moving. Let's just say that music is a powerful thing. And I found a great quote along those lines. Actually, several, but today's quote is, "Music is the universal language of mankind." And that's a quote from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. All righty, take care. Y'all be good to each other, and I'll see you next time. And a hearty and grateful shout out to these lovely folks who've bought me a coffee. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to add your name to that list, there is a link in the description where you too can buy me a coffee. All righty. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. No Really. No Really. Consider following my Day in History page on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I also have a Patreon account now, or you can buy me a coffee. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Much love, Vicki B. Thank you for this in history every day. We super duper appreciate it. Please make sure that you are following Vicki on all of the platforms that she mentioned. Make sure you check out to buy her a cup of coffee.
Much love, Vicki B.
All right, our song of the day. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
That's fucking dope.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that very much. Oh, man. Well, we do have our morning speaker coming up. We'll play another song and just kind of chill. I don't know, smoke some weed or something. Cheers.
Cheers.
Smoke weed for the rest of my life. You can find me posting on my post, choking on the pipe. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See some people gave in, but I ain't giving up this fight. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. You find me old posting on my post, choking on the pipe. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See, I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm gonna make her my wife. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the rest of my life. Yeah. Yeah, for the rest of my life. Sometimes I wanna get high, travel up away to the beautiful skies, float away, hope to never come down, hope to see the day that I never come down. 'Cause what goes up is always bound to fall. All I'm trying to say is that I live my life wrong. Gonna smoke weed the rest of my life and give it all I got to the day that I die. Yeah. For the rest of my life, you can find me posting on my post, smoking on the block. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See some people gave in, but I ain't giving up the spot. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. You'll find me old posting on my post, choking on the pop. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See, I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm gonna make her my wife. Yeah. See what you're not looking for. When I look in the mirror, I feel so low. I see my eyes and I feel the glow. I know I can make do when it's blessed the soul. Show my love and let myself go. Everybody knows that I spit these flows and I drink my beer. I smoke my weed, put my hands in the clear. Show your love, respect the one you're dreaming of. Smoke weed for the rest of my life. You can find me posting on my post, smoking on the pop. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See some people gave in, but I ain't giving up the spot. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. You find me old posting on my post, smoking on the pop. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See, I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm gonna make her my wife. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the rest of my life. Yeah. Yeah, for the rest of my life. Let us plant trees that bear positive fruit, and nurse our youth with compassion and truth. Let light their minds to the deepest roots, all the way to the core where the soul can stay true. I can walk free with the joy in my hand, and I can plant plants right upon my land. Help understand these are nature's laws. My creator had vision that they see saw. Yeah. stranger in the cold, another sad story told. That's why I make my own decisions on how I'm living. Try to get by with the knowledge that I'm given. Can't make me believe, cause a tree is a tree. And when my soul bleeds, the color that I'm spilling is green. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. You find me old posting on my porch, smoking on the pipe. I'm gonna smoke weed for the rest of my life. See, I'm in love with Mary Jane, I'm gonna make her my wife, yeah. It's my life.
Let's go. Good morning, superhero Kinley. And that's dope, Jeremy. Dope. Love you so much, Kinley.
Good morning, Kinley. What does everybody have planned for today? Does anybody have anything cool going on?
No. I got nothing.
Yeah, I really don't have too terrible much going on today.
You're welcome, Jeremy. I mean, hey, anything works, right?
It's wicked cloudy in places. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I'm back. I don't know.
You weren't frozen.
Well, my screen says otherwise. I wasn't frozen, but it was a black square with a circle.
Oh no.
Yep.
All right. We'll play another song.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
When I don't know
Stuck inside these four walls, sent inside forever, never seeing no one nice again like you, Mama. You, Mama.
That's such a great song. Absolutely. I hope everybody's enjoying the tunes this morning. Hanging out and smoking, watching the sunrise, playing some tunes. Let's go with this one. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause you moved to West LA or New York or Santa Fe or wherever to get away from me. Oh, but that one night was more than just right. I didn't leave you, cause I was all through. Oh, I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell, because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-fly. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it soupy, the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. On the upside to a downward spiral, my love for you went viral, and I loved you every mile you drove away. But now here you are again, so let's skip to how you've been and get down to the more than friends at last. Oh, but that one night is still the highlight. I didn't need you until I came to, and I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell, because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-fly. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it soupy, the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Please believe that when I leave, there's nothing up my sleeve but love for you and a little time to get my head together too. On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-fly. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it soupy, the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by.
Let's freaking go, med time. If you have morning meds to take, now is a good time to take them. Let's go, Kinley. Let's go. Hope everybody's enjoying the music. I'm just kind of bouncing all around. I don't really have any rhyme or reason. So let's go with some Clapton. Cheers. Yes, Clapton is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's go, Kinley. Let's go. Good morning, Ash.
Good morning, Ash and Kate. Let's go, Kinley. I haven't taken mine yet either. It's okay. I'm getting there.
That'd be a dope show to see. My Madison Square Garden. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I do have our morning speaker picked out. Go ahead and play another song and we can dive in.
Go.
We'll go with a back-to-back Clapton. Let's go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say yes, you look wonderful tonight. Go to a party, and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady is walking around with me. And then she asks me, do you feel alright? And I say yes, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. It's time to go home now, and I've got an aching head. So I give her the car keys, and she helps me to bed. And then I tell her, as I turn out the light, I say, my darling, you are wonderful tonight. Oh, my darling, you are wonderful tonight.
You got this, Kinley. That is such a great song.
Yes, yes, it is. Let's go, Kinley.
Oh, hey, dang. Let's go, Kinley.
Whoop, whoop. You beat me to it, Kinley, because I haven't even gotten that far. Shit. Let's go, Kinley. Let's go.
All right, everybody. Our morning speaker this morning is Dr. K. This is a fairly new one. I'm excited. Here we go.
There are a lot of in the world today. There are a lot of people who make their suffering, their problems, a part of their personality. And the title of today's stream, or this lecture, is Your Problems Aren't Your Personality. I think this is a really great example of how like there's a disconnect between, some of our content team and what I'm about to say. Because what we're going to talk about today is how some people's problems become their personality. So I know the title is like Your Problems Aren't Your Personality, but actually the really crazy thing, so if you look at the science of the tendency for interpersonal victimhood, what you discover is there is like a personality construct that is the tendency for interpersonal victimhood. So actually, the really crazy thing is that it is a normal human mechanism to turn your problems into your personality. And I think this tweet is really great because it says, we've become too articulate about our suffering and too inarticulate about our strength. The more elegantly we describe our wounds, the harder it becomes to leave them behind. When a struggle becomes part of your identity, overcoming it feels like a betrayal of who you are. And I would wholeheartedly agree with this tweet. And not only do I wholeheartedly agree with it, we're going to show you all some fascinating research about how and why this happens, okay? So the first bit of research that I'm going to talk to you all about is not something I'm going to show you all a paper about, because sometimes in med school, you just like learn these things and they get banked away. So I remember learning about a really interesting study where they measured pain scores like in the ICU. So basically a nurse comes in every hour and asks you, how's your pain? And the more times that someone asks you how your pain is, the more pain you actually feel, right? So I remember walking away from this study sort of thinking or learning this in med school and sort of thinking, like realizing, okay, when you continually ask someone like, how's your nausea? How's your nausea? How's your nausea? How's your nausea? The more time that a patient's mind spends on an issue, the worse that issue gets. So there are multiple studies that show that ruminating about the negative things in your life actually exacerbate whatever you're ruminating about, right? So the more time that I spend thinking about something, the worse that thing becomes. And the most counterintuitive example of this is why people who go through traumatic experiences are not traumatized.
Good morning, Faisal.
Good morning, Faisal.
Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. We're checking out, listening to our morning speaker. It's Dr. K this morning, and we just started. Here we go.
One of the hardest things that I learned as a psychiatrist is that many people who go through a traumatic experience, like just kind of leave it behind them and like don't need to process it much. I know it sounds really insane, but the most confusing thing for many people, for example, who are sexual assault survivors, is how little it bothers them. I'm not saying that it's okay to do or things like that. I'm saying that there's actually a bunch of research that shows that, 50% or more of people, I'm a bit rusty on the numbers, when they go through a negative experience, will sort of like have some period of like negativity around it, and then they'll actually be okay. But if we sort of look at it, right, like bad stuff happens to people all the time. But as we become more focused on it, as we become ruminating on it, as it becomes a part of, as we spend more time on it, it does actually become a part of our identity. And once it becomes a part of identity, then something really scary happens, because now that this suffering becomes a part of my identity, this is who I am, so I can't let go of that suffering. And this is actually exactly what happens. The really weird thing is that suffering turning into my identity is actually like a completely normal and arguably even healthy thing, okay? So this is an article on the journey of sense making and identity construction in the aftermath of trauma. So peer support as a vehicle of co-construction. So this paper is specifically looking at a study of like, peer support and people sort of getting together and talking about the experience of their trauma And when they talk about it together, they develop a sense of identity. And this is a key thing. You know, we talk about this a lot in Dr. K's Guide to Trauma, about how, like, if you look at trauma, what trauma does is it shakes your sense of identity, right? I used to be this kind of person, and then I get traumatized, and now I don't know who I am. So there is a systematic process of reconstructing your identity in a healthy way that we lay out in Dr. K's Guide to Trauma, okay? So this can be a healthy part of trauma recovery. The problem is that sometimes when we experience a traumatic event, if we don't steer that narrative identity construction in the right way, the identity that we are left with as someone who has been traumatized. I've been screwed in life. I haven't dated anyone in high school or college. Therefore, I am destined to be alone, right? I'm someone who is lazy. I'm fundamentally lazy and undisciplined. I had this failure, I had this failure, I had this failure, and now I am a loser. These negative experiences solidify into a negative sense of identity.
Hey, y'all, if you're interested in applying some of the principles that we share to actually create change in your life, check out Dr. K's Guide to Mental Health.
So this is a guide that explores this process. How does experience shape us as human beings? Trauma is all about walling off or suppressing things that are overwhelming. They cannot control their emotions, so their emotions control them.
So check out the link in the bio and start your journey today.
Now, here's what this kind of practically looks like, okay? Or why this becomes a real problem, okay? I like this because when we kind of go back to this, when a struggle becomes a part of your identity, overcoming it feels like a betrayal of who you are, right? So I wouldn't necessarily use the word betrayal, but I think that when I work with patients who have developed an identity of victimhood, which if we sort of look at this, victimhood is an identity. In the present research, we introduce a conceptualization of the tendency for interpersonal victimhood, which we define as an enduring feeling that the self is a victim across different kinds of interpersonal relationships. So the findings highlight the importance of understanding, conceptualizing, and empirically testing TIV, and suggest that victimhood is a stable and meaningful personality tendency. Okay, so here's what this practically looks like. Some people develop an identity based around their suffering. Now, here's the big problem with that. Once you develop an identity as a victim, what this study shows and other studies that sort of explore it will show is that once I am a victim, no matter where I go, that is who I am, right? So like you may have encountered some of these people in life. You could be one of these people in life where like they're a victim, like at Thanksgiving, they're a victim at their job. And it's really fascinating because once you tunnel down into the research of this, there are particular things that happen to these people. So they are particularly like raw in terms of interpersonal interactions. They see themselves as the victim in interpersonal interactions. And then the bigger problem is that once this becomes part of your identity, once you have a traumatic formation of a maladaptive identity, then it becomes really hard to let go of. Okay, so I'll give you all an example. I was working with someone who was in their mid-30s who had something called double depression. So when we look at depression, this is multiple clinical entities. Okay, so one is something called major depressive disorder. Okay, this is where there are episodic periods. So there are episodes of persistently low mood, anhedonia, which is the inability to experience pleasure, low energy, low motivation, sometimes suicidal thinking, impaired sleep, all this kind of stuff. The key thing about major depressive disorder is that it's episodic. It comes and goes. So the longest it tends to last is about 12 months. The other interesting thing about MDD is that it tends to resolve. So MDD is when you have like a period of time, maybe like up to a year, where you had like a really crappy year that was hard for you. It can be triggered by life circumstances like losing your job or losing a loved one or a breakup or something like that. But then the way we know someone has MDD, and this all we explained in Dr. K's Guide to Depression, the way that you know if you have MDD, or the way that a clinician tells us that it knows, is that let's say you have a breakup, and we would expect after a breakup, you're sad for a certain amount of time, okay? But if the sadness is persistent beyond the breakup, what we would expect for the breakup period, right? So after you get fired from a job, you're really sad, you're bummed out, you apply for other jobs, right? You pull yourself out of it, you apply for other jobs, you find another job. But even when you go into work, you're incredibly like unmotivated, very low energy. Even though you have fixed the problem, the symptoms persist. This is how we separate out an appropriate negative reaction. So in the guide to depression, I talk about these as congruent depression from a persistent clinical, a clinical episode, which lasts beyond the stressor. Okay. But then there's another kind of depression called dysthymia. So this is a very, like the clinical construct behind this is like kind of variable. It's an older concept from psychiatry that we've sort of turned into something else. But I like this concept of dysthymia. So dysthymia is a persistent depressive state that is usually not as severe as major depressive disorder. So you're kind of sad for like 15 years at a stretch. And some really unlucky people have both. So I'm persistently sad for a very long time, and I have episodes of depression layered on top. When I work with people who are persistently sad, there's a really, really tricky element of treatment, which is that the dysthymia becomes the explanation for so many things in their life, right? If I am persistently depressed, that explains why I haven't had a successful career. That explains why I don't have successful relationships. That explains my obesity, right? And this is the really tricky thing. I don't want to use the word excuse because excuse implies that it's not the real cause, right? So when I say like, oh, this is an excuse, that's not really the reason. So the really tough thing about this is that this is real. Your persistent depression is a very real contributor to your lack of professional success, your lack of relationship success, your lack of, physical health and wellness, whatever. It is a very real cause. There are tons of studies that show that depression leads to bad outcomes. But the problem is once it becomes your identity, once you have a reason why you are a failure in life, that reason becomes really hard to let go of. Because if you get rid of that reason, then why are you a failure in your life? You can no longer blame the depression. You have to accept responsibility yourself. Okay. And I see this like in this patient. Other examples of this, when I seen it in its most toxic forms, is actually with parents. So parents who are like narcissistic and things like that, like, once they have this idea of being a victim and like they have all of these challenges, and like I went through a lot of trauma. So I've seen like, parents with borderline personality disorder who were abused growing up, and they were a victim. And once they become a victim, right? So that then like if you have something like borderline personality disorder or bipolar disorder, then what happens is like you have a reason, right? Why you have a good reason to screw up. You have a good reason to yell at your kids. You have a good reason if you've got BPD and you're ill and you've gone through so much trauma and you have difficulty regulating your affect. You've kind of got like a very reasonable, like real reason why you are not a great parent. And the problem is, as we start to treat this, the real problem is that the BPD does not explain all of you being mad at your kids. They don't explain every part of the explosiveness. They don't explain the persistent depressive disorder does not explain every one of your failures, right? It makes everything 50% harder. But there is some degree of personal responsibility somewhere in there. And that becomes really hard to let go of, right? And this is what's really scary is our brain, our mind, when we have a good reason for failure, it sort of shields us from our own responsibility. And so the hard work that I oftentimes have to do, and this is not easy to do, right? It's not as simple as like, because then it's like the hard work that I have to do is like, okay, how much are you responsible, right? What percentage of this is your fault and what percentage of it isn't your fault? That's a really hard thing to tunnel down into. The other reason that this becomes really hard to let go of is constructing a hero-victim identity through reminiscing, a phenomenological study on rural Chinese elders, okay? So this is a super cool study that's looking at older people from China who went through some bad stuff. And the really interesting thing about this is these people were many times victims. But what they sort of talk about is like how the idea of being a victim actually connects with the idea of being a hero. Okay. And I want to show you guys like what this means. So here's the really weird thing about being a victim. If we look at psychology, basic psychology, being a victim actually makes you a hero. It's kind of weird, right? So think about it, right? So there's like breast cancer. I get diagnosed with breast cancer. Now I'm a victim, right? This is not my fault. So when we define victim, and the paper does a good job of this, but a victim is someone who something bad happens to you and it isn't your fault. Now, once I get diagnosed with breast cancer, that also opens the door to being a hero. That opens the door to being a breast cancer survivor, right? So being traumatized is bad. I'm a trauma victim. I'm a victim of trauma, but then I'm also a trauma survivor. And this is like healthy and adaptive. So part of that process, part of that healthy process is like reconstructing your identity in a healthy way, to view yourself not as a victim, but as someone who is triumphant. This is where things get really tricky psychologically, right? Because unless you do this in the right way, your heroism is rooted in your victimness. So I don't know if y'all have seen people like this, right? So we call this colloquially a martyr complex. What is a martyr complex? It is the tying of heroism to being a victim. I am persecuted, but what is a martyr? A martyr is someone who suffers and is a hero. It is the tying of a heroic identity to being a victim. And now if you do this, now you're in huge trouble, because the triumphant part of you, the heroic part of you, imagine you have persistent depressive disorder and every day is sad. But you know what? You are someone who's still here. And your value is not from your career, not from your relationships, not from what you've accomplished in your life, but your heroism comes from your resilience in the face of depression. That becomes the most positive part of your identity, is that you're a hero because you're a survivor. And if that becomes the core part of your identity, if your claim to self-esteem is that you are a survivor, as you go into the workplace, we end up with this, right? We end up with, everywhere I go, I become a victim. Because every time I'm a victim, I'm a hero. And when I go to work, I want to be a hero. When I go to work, I need to be a hero, because instead of actually doing the job and excelling in work performance, what I'm going to do is adopt this victim-hero complex. And this is the key thing that a lot of us miss, right? Because we see the victim, they cry the victim, they say they're the victim, and sometimes they are the victim. I'm not saying like don't believe victims, but there is an insidious part of this where like our positive identity comes out of that, which is why we can do a study that demonstrates that there is a personality construct of victimhood. So how do we get over this? It's hard, right? I think a big part of this is encouraging personal responsibility. A big part of this is when I work with these kinds of people, you know, what I try to do is, I don't know if this makes sense, an idea of positive identity as a hero-victim construct is one of the worst ways to feel good about yourself, right? It becomes a really easy way to feel good about yourself, but you don't feel good about yourself because of your actual accomplishments. That feels so much better. And so a big part of this is in asking yourself, okay, where is my personal responsibility? Now that question becomes really painful, because that means it's not somebody else's fault. That means that it's your fault. But then that also opens the door. If it is my fault, then I can do something about it. And then I can improve in that dimension. I actually have some degree of control in that dimension. And then once I exercise that control, once I start making the right decisions, once I start doing things that I can actually be proud of, aside from being a victim hero, then my self-esteem is solved, right? And that's what we want to do. When we talk about positive narrative identity construction, so in the trauma guide, we rewire your physiology, change your brain, change your mind, and then construct an identity, construct a healthy identity. And that healthy identity is, some of this isn't my fault, some of this stuff is. And the moment we do that, we become empowered to change our lives instead of being a victim.
That's great. I love the Dr. K's. Please make sure that you are following Healthy Gamer GG on YouTube. He has all sorts of dope deep dives into stuff.
That was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. All right, let's play a song.
Let's go.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. Looking for adventure. and whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind, and the feeling that I'm under. Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Get some motor running. Head out on the highway. We're looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. And like the true nature's child, we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Good morning, Magic.
Good morning, Magic.
Hope you're having a dope morning. We'll go ahead and smoke one more and call it a morning show. Hope everybody's had a dope start to their Friday. Much love, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out this morning. Great Vicki B, great morning speaker. Don't miss out on the basement brawl tonight. Let's go. Please make sure you're following everybody on the Cove team. Make sure you're following everybody you're interacting with. Thank you to everybody who subscribes and shares and follows. Much love, everybody, and hope everybody's a dope day. Cornbread.
Much love, everybody. Thank you so much for chilling with us this morning. Watch the sunrise. Some were drinking coffee, some were drinking juice. Juice is good for you. I hope everybody's had a great morning. Yes, like Beanz said, great Vicki B, great Dr. K. That was good. I enjoyed that one. Magic, why? Just why? I'm trying to do my outro and then I look down and see your fucking comment. Cheese and rice. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. Fucking A, Magic. God dang it. Okay, anyways, it's been a great morning. Make sure you're following everybody you're interacting with. Make sure you're following everybody in the co-production. You don't miss out. Let's go. It's fucking Friday. Let's go. Stay lifted, stay positive, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Much love, everybody. Enjoy your morning.
Hey, good morning, Louise.
Good morning, Louise.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I don't know about that, Magic. Cheers. Much love, everybody.
Much love, everyone. Love you so much, Kinley.